Welcome to a brand new episode of Sequel Rights, the podcast where we take a look at the franchises that make you go, oh, thank God, it's the last one. We did it. And we give each and every sequel a fair trial. My name is Justin Camps, and I'm here with
Elizabeth Helly
and
Tyler Hymanson.
And
They call me Wild Arms.
They call him Wild Arms. Like, you guys can't see it. He's flailing like crazy the entire time we record. I can't believe they finally brought this up. It's so wild. So wild. We are here today talking about the last, so far, Land Before Time film, number 14, Journey of the Brave. And we are not alone this time. We added a new member to our herd this week. Jake Knox is here.
Hey, everybody.
What up, Jake?
Glad to be here. You know, I'm so excited because I've been watching this movie my whole life, and I'm happy to talk about it.
This exact one, or the first movie?
This one. I'm actually a lot younger.
You're 4. Yeah.
Anytime you need to feel a little braver, you're like, I need to get hyped up with braveness. I'm going to watch Journey of the Brave.
Journey of the Brave. Yeah.
Jake is a friend of the show and musician as well. He's got a new album out called Breaking Up with Dreams right now. You guys should check it out for sure. And
yeah.
It's a good one. Anything else you want to say, Jake, about your music or anything?
Yeah, I mean, we just launched that record, and it's a good breakup record if you are breaking up with stuff, or if you're at the end of a series or maybe 10 movies and it's over, this is what you should listen to. So that's what I got for that.
Ooh,
perfect.
Point.
So
I think that's the best promo we've ever had.
Yeah.
Right after this, I'm going to put it on, and the tears will start to flow.
The tears will flow. We'll be all hot and stinky.
We had so many memories. So many memories. Oh, man. All right. Well, awesome. Before we get into this last Land Before Time movie, as always, thanks for being here. And Eliz, where can people reach us?
Yeah. Send us an email about what you might like to see in the far future and beyond and the mysterious beyond to sequelrights@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube at Sequel Rights.
And please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. There are a lot of episodes out there that you can go back, comment on, rate, review. It'll help other people find us, find our back catalog. And there's still a lot of great stuff out there. So we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
Your favorite dinosaurs are starring in an all-new movie.
My dad's in trouble. I'm going to the Fire Mountain. I'm going to help him.
Experience the wonder of their latest adventure.
This way!
Look for the light.
Featuring a new song, Look for the Light, performed by Reba McEntire. Bring home the all-new family movie, The Land Before Time, Journey of the Brave. Look for it on DVD and digital HD.
Oh, digital HD.
They really knew that song was like the only thing in this movie, because even when you pop the DVD in, like the song just comes blasting out. I was like, oh
yeah.
God.
It blasts out on every single different menu screen on the DVD. Oh, man. Pretty funny. But yeah, so here we are. Land Before Time, Journey of the Brave. Last movie. Lots of people have died since we started this series.
Time before Land.
So many actors dead and replaced by lesser voices.
Yeah, we lose our John Engel. We lose
Kenneth Mars.
Gone.
And we lost Tress MacNeille, even though I'm pretty sure she's still alive.
Yeah.
Jake, you mentioned that you've been watching the original forever. So what is your background with this series?
Well, it is just one of those tear jerkers when you're a kid. You know, I just remember watching it, and you're just the whole crew. I don't know. It's just such a strong memory of me and my sister watching it. So when y'all mentioned that you were doing Land Before Time, I was like, this is going to be good. And then they have 10. It's going to keep getting better and better and better. So yeah, I was just excited to to see what was going to happen, and we're going to chat about what happened. So,
I just remember you, like, when we were telling you what you were doing, you were just like, what? And Tyler was like, yeah, there's aliens. And you were like, what? we were like throwing out little things to like shock you. And then we're like, we got to get you on for one of these. So I'm glad it worked out.
yeah, of course. And especially one with Reba McEntire. So I am just,
yeah, you lucked out on this one here.
Yeah.
She missed the Grammy though, but like she was so close.
So close.
So yeah, like some tech stuff. You mentioned the digital HD. This is also the first one to, thank God, be in widescreen.
Yes.
No more
Yeah.
For the love
chunky
of God.
square on my TV.
I was like, I want to see the whole Great Valley,
Yeah,
not a
that-
square of it.
The Sequel Rights team has burn-in lines on our TVs from all the 2 or 3 we've been watching.
On our really expensive OLED TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Not me. And this is also the first time that our favorite friends at Universal 1440 are credited by name.
That's
in
right.
The
This
opening.
podcast would not exist with the 1440. I was looking at some fun trivia on the IMDb, and just speaking of Universal, I saw this tidbit, and I was like, this is the most insane nonsense. Uses the 2013 Universal logo with the 2010 Universal music.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I mean, it was either a stupid mistake or a very nice tribute to Jerry Goldsmith.
yeah.
I think that we're Universal 1440's friends, but they're not our friends, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did help us. They did help us talk to Michael Gross.
That's true. That's true.
Let's
You're
not
right. You're
forget.
right. Never
But,
mind. We're our best friends.
Yeah, the fact that this was Universal 1440 and Reba McEntire was there, I was like, I cannot believe that they got her to do this, but they can't get her to come in for a cameo in one
For
of these
Tremors?
dang
I know.
Trevor's movies. Like, why? Not cool.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, I think the reason is because she had to go to a recording studio in Burbank and not South Africa.
No, she definitely has a recording studio in her basement. Like,
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
No way.
Yeah.
She didn't even have to leave the house. Like,
I'm sure. Recorded remotely, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, we very quickly reach our first voice replacement with the narrator because, John Ingle has been doing it for forever. And we've got Tony Amendola, Mr. Geppetto himself.
Geppetto and the priest of Annabelle. The guy just loves dolls. What are you gonna do?
Just pretty normal, straightforward.
He was fine, but
narrator.
I was just kind of like, why bring him in separately to do only this when you
Yeah.
have somebody replacing John Ingle and Kenneth Mars? Why don't you just use one of those guys? Well,
Yeah,
oh, well,
Barry,
whatever.
Barry Bostwick is like, I never do narration. Never. It's in my contract. No narrator
Bostwick
roles.
doesn't do narration.
And he also doesn't do impressions because he sounds nothing like Kenneth Mars, nor is he making any effort.
I know the people that come in and do the replacement voices aren't super great. I don't know. George Ball is Mr. Threehorn, like, he's okay. Like,
Well, yeah, he's also Mr. Amanda McBroom, if you didn't notice.
oh, I
So-
didn't.
Yeah, Browman and McBroom,
Interesting.
Jake, are the people that have been gifting us with their beautiful music for the last, I want to say 11 or 12 films.
Nice.
So he's an actor also. He didn't just get the job because he was married to her. He was on like General Hospital and some other shows or whatever. So
Everyone.
but
was
he,
on
I
General
honestly,
Hospital.
I actually think that he tried harder to match John Ingle than Barry Bostwick tried to match Kenneth Mars. And,
I think that's fair.
I think you're
yeah.
right.
and it's kind of funny because people have filled in for Kenneth Mars as King Triton. Brian Dennehy did it before in some Little Mermaid stuff.
I haven't heard that. That's really funny.
Yeah, and then also Jim Cummings did it in a few Ariel sequels. So I'm like, why didn't they just get Jim Cummings to do it here? But
Yeah, I feel like they could have found someone who could do it.
because Jim
better.
Cummings like has no bones about doing just an impression of
Yeah, doing
the person
somebody
who
else's
died.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I like-
well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, these voice actors, when you like, there's no reason to get other actors who are not voice actors to come in and do these things that are just to have it sound like them. I mean, although this is, there might be creative reasons for this because this is kind of the first time we get a recap at the beginning of one of these movies. And they're acknowledging that some time has passed in between these movies that we have not seen before. But the things that they try to fill you in on are very selective.
Yeah. They skip right over the whole weird comet death cult thing that they were that was going on in that movie.
And also, Braun, Littlefoot's dad, does not have another adoptive son.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
all.
Yeah.
It's just,
So, Jake, how did you feel like this recap caught you up with what's happened so far?
I'm blown away and loving it. I mean, like, because I know I'm gonna go back and listen to all the pods that y'all did,
Ah,
and just maybe even watch the films and get through
No
all.
need.
No need at all. But I mean, it's like I felt like we were just jumping back into it. There's some new people in the gang. Some of the voices were different, but in the end, it really felt like, just like where they left off with the first one.
Mhm.
But again, I know a lot has changed and there's been some new characters. And
were you shocked to find out that we had met Littlefoot's father at some point?
do you know what? I was, but like again, you could tell because his separation anxiety in the beginning of the film, like you could just tell that this is a dinosaur that like hasn't seen his dad, and then this is I don't know. I was just thrown in on this, and so far it like nothing stood out as like, oh, they should have explained these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of flowed in.
I think that that's nice. I think that maybe that's what they're going for, because it took them like 7 movies for Littlefoot's dad to show back up, and then he was 10. Yeah, and then he was there, and then like the other thing, I feel like that it was not clear, like the way that this has it is that like his dad comes back through every year, which I do not think was like the case, because if that's the case, Littlefoot totally just would have been like, I'll go with my dad for a year and then I'll come back and see my friends.
Yeah, they made it seem like you might never see him again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
Which
a
is-
Pirates of the Caribbean situation.
Yeah.
You only come back once. Yeah.
Which, I felt like I was shocked personally that Braun was coming back at all, because I didn't think that that was ever going to happen.
That they had Kiefer Sutherland money. And
Yeah.
it turns out they didn't.
They definitely did not have Kiefer Sutherland money. Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland voiced Braun in the one where he first is introduced,
Nice.
number 10. But
Yeah. I mean, it was just interesting, just the whole, him having a dad a little bit. Yeah, I guess it was like a little bit shocking. And then but I kind of didn't remember. Yeah, because which episode did Braun come in, or which film did Braun come back? What number
The
was
10th.
number 10.
that? Okay,
film.
number 10.
X.
Okay.
He was
So
never
there-
mentioned at all previously till that moment. He appeared out of thin air. They don't mention him having a dad. I mean, obviously he has a dad, but they didn't mention him having a dad in the original film.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. They're just on their own. I mean, there's no parent supervision in these films, because I feel like that's the one thing that keeps happening. And then the dinosaurs keep getting upset that the kids keep wandering off on all these adventures. And you would think after 10 adventures that they would, invest in a babysitter or something.
They never figure it out, and they're always shocked.
Yeah.
Well,
14 times.
14 times.
Where'd
Well,
they
how old is Littlefoot supposed to be? Because between 1 and now, he grew a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's been at least one cycle of the seasons that we know.
Okay.
At least. Well, we're seeing
Well, they
snow
imply
again.
that Littlefoot's dad has come to visit him like at least 2 or 3 times. Apparently, it happens in the TV show once, and then, I mean, in the narration, they kind of say it's so. I mean, he is at least 4 years older than he was in the second film. I guess.
But I think they don't really care about that. He's not actually older.
Yeah.
And they're
Time
definitely
passes,
not
but-
mentally older.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. They're also still really there's a crazy shot in this movie that makes it abundantly clear that our kid dinosaurs are extremely small compared to like the adult dinosaurs.
But yet larger than Tiny-saurs.
yes, there are
Right.
even tinier sauruses.
Okay, so yes, we get this summary intro, and then we kind of jump right in, and Chomper is there, which I was happy to see him, and then mad to see that he's really not in the movie, but he was
Yeah.
there. And now that I'm seeing how much the TV show has affected this last movie, I kind of feel like we have to watch it later.
I do feel like that we need to do a bonus
Because I'm like, who's Ruby?
Yeah.
There's another IMDb trivia that was like, Ruby was supposed to appear in Journey of the Brave, but she was not completed yet. And it was like, what? Was she in some sort of species lab being constructed?
She was not completed yet.
Yeah. So apparently she's in the show, and then and Chomper has also come to live permanently, maybe in the Great Valley.
Do you want me to tell you the episode title that I saw that will guarantee that we do a bonus episode about it?
I know what it is, but you could go ahead and read it.
Justin?
It's the lone dinosaur one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I had seen that too.
So predictable.
He comes
The
back.
Return of the Lone Dinosaur.
He comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, Chomper and Ruby are there, but for some reason are not included in the first song.
Yeah.
Or really the first 2/3 of the film's journey. But
it feels like that their whole deal with the parents could have been a scrapped episode of the TV show that made it inside this movie.
Yeah.
I also I don't know, I kind of got the sense too from their performances in this movie that Ruby and Chomper might be smarter than the other kids. And maybe that's why they didn't just wander off and go on this crazy thing. Because they kind of at least the way Ruby's performed, she talks very like a normal person. She's not like, I don't know.
Yeah. She's like, I had a sleep story. You mean dreams?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. She just sounded like she knew what she was talking about. When she's
and Chomper has just always been the best.
Yes.
Yeah. For a long time now, Littlefoot and Chomper are the only ones who are consistently voiced by kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Chomper is always a very, very little kid, and he's always way cooler than everybody else.
And they know it because they put him in every single trailer, though he's never in any of the movies, and they never use him. It's insane to me.
Yeah.
Well,
they know how popular he is.
It was sad seeing him in this film because they were using him and not appreciating him. And I was like, who's this guy? Because I'm pretty fresh to all of it. So I'm like, why are they, letting Chomper run the search, and then why are they being mean to him and throwing him out? I just all right, I gotta watch these films. This is good.
Yeah, and it is revealed that he's taken on a Twilight-like existence where he's agreed to only eat bugs in order to live in the Great Valley with everybody else.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I don't know.
Is that what happens? Is that what Edward tries to do? He's
the Twilight people only eat blood from the blood bank and from animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But which is still offensive to me because I'm constantly giving platelets and they're always like, there is a desperate need for more donations.
Because of the vampires.
You're just going to Arpats. Arpats is out there just sucking up those platelets.
But I digress.
Terrible pasta bomb.
This is mentioned in either the Wikipedia or the Land Before Time wiki. I'm not sure, but this is also the first time that I noticed a bunch of anachronistic sound effects, the slide whistle and various
there's
mechanical crashes. And
but I will say this. There is a slide whistle sound effect in Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Which part?
There is. When Dennis Nedry slips down the waterfall and loses it, there is a slide whistle sound effect. You go back and watch that scene. It happens. And it's what the hell is happening in this movie? There is a slide. It's like a whoop.
That's funny.
Okay, I will.
I was surprised that you could even throw in any sound effects because it was music front to back. Score every second.
Yeah.
Didn't have a break.
There's also a part where we haven't seen this in a while, but Sarah goes off and sits with her arms crossed and then a grumpy pose like a human at one point. And I'm like, how would she even sit like that? It's not possible. I don't know. They haven't done that in a while where they're making
stretching.
thumbs ups and stuff.
Okay, so Spike and Ducky are getting a new round of siblings,
Mm-hmm.
which is made to seem like a big deal, but then completely dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that Ducky introduced Spike as their adopted brother, and not for grammatical reasons, but because they have never before like really said he's adopted. You know, like they just,
It was just like,
he's
my
always
brother.
been her brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like that was like fully
Yeah.
called out in that way.
And they know the concept of adoption, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like the babies wouldn't have been like, well, he doesn't look like us, you know.
Yeah.
Like you could just introduce him as this is your brother. Like
Yeah.
I didn't
They've
like
been
it.
through rough times. They're at each other's heads.
She says she introduces him as her adopted brother, but then later on she talks to him and says, or in that one song she says,
Yeah.
he's her very special friend, which is like, why?
Which I guess your siblings could be your friends.
I guess, but it's just like, okay, that seems weird.
They're throwing him.
Sorry,
under the
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah. I would never be like, my brother is my very special friend. That sounds like
Very special bud time
that sounds,
town, boy.
sounds weird. I don't know. I don't like it. Well, yeah, all this stuff you're talking about, Elis, happens during a song.
Yes.
The first song that's within the first 10 minutes of the movie. Because today's the day. Hey, hey, hey. Today's the day. And it's apparently, it starts off with Littlefoot singing about his dad coming, but then everyone's having like a special day for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised because this is the first time that like the songs kind of fit like your typical musical theater song convention. So
Mhm.
like this is kind of like a let's catch up and see what everybody's up to song, and I was just surprised because the songs never follow like logic.
Yeah, it was funny. Like throughout this movie, I was actually like, "Oh, they must have got new songwriters." But then at
Right.
the end, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, it's the same ones." But I guess they leveled up slightly. They needed that 9-year break to really work it out and write some better songs. But let me see here. I think I have a clip from this, which is my favorite part of the song, because Sarah's whole thing is that she's all excited about, breaking this rock, which is like the dumbest thing. But I just thought it sounded funny.
Okay, get ready.
Yeah.
What'd I tell you? I moved the rock.
She just like the way they get back into the song, and she's just like, "I moved the rock," and I was like, "Good for you. You moved it. Wow, that was your
Even though you
special
literally
day."
said you were gonna break it 5
Yeah,
seconds
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, that's true.
She was so excited. That song was all right. Yeah, not bad. Today's
It brings
the day.
you back because the production is so in the same styles as Land Before Time 1. And it's just so funny to hear like, oh, these guys are still cooking. You think if they finish the song that there's high fives all around, like another one in the book.
Yeah, we did it. We got another song complete.
What's the song about? His dad's coming back today. We got this. hey, today is the day. My dad's coming home from far away. Beautiful.
That's perfect.
Oh man. So yeah, then we get introduced to a character that does not need to exist because we have had this exact character in about 8 or 9 different versions.
Yep.
And that's Wild Arms.
Wild Arms.
That's a fresh character?
Yes. At least for
Ooh.
this movie for us. I don't know if he's in the TV show or what, but
He could have been Guido from
Mhm.
The Great Day of the Flyers. He could have been Lufa, Doofa, or Doobie from The Wisdom of Friends. He could have been Mo somehow in the water.
That's
He
true.
could have been literally any of the characters we've seen in any of these past movies, but instead they introduced a completely new dummy.
Yeah. Although I gotta say, I think I like Damon Wayans Jr.'s performance a little bit better than some of those other characters. I don't know. I definitely did not like Guido. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Guido, no. So I don't mind that it's a new guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I liked that apparently his character just runs and goes like like all the time, because he does it again at the end too. And that's just like that's just how he walks or something. I don't know.
That's how he got his name.
Yeah. Wild Arms. Yeah. I mean, you're right though. There is no point for this character. And even in the movie, it's kind of like he's just like the messenger.
I mean, it could have been Littlefoot's adopted brother, Shorty, who would have been traveling with Bronn and could come raise the alarm that he needed help. But
yeah. I mean, why did Wild Arms not help him out and show him what his dad?
So these movies have like had betrayal in them before, and so I felt like that he was lying in some way, and there would be some reveal or something that was going to happen because he seemed kind of shady. But nope, he was just eccentric, I guess.
Just a coward, essentially.
Yeah.
Journey of the Not Brave was one. He refuses to help Littlefoot, and then later he does help Grandpa and Daddy Tops when they basically threaten him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
That was my favorite line of his. So he relays that we get to find out that apparently for some reason these dinosaurs were hanging out by a place called Fire Mountain, even though that seems like a bad idea.
They needed to collect the boomerang before they went to the water temple, Justin.
That's right. That's right.
I thought they were disposing of a ring, and then
that's right.
Yes.
On their way down, the Fire Mountain exploded, and they're like, "Oh shit, we better run!" But not everybody made it out.
Yeah, not Kiefer Sutherland died in an explosion.
Yeah.
I mean, the lie here
Tell my
by
son I
Wild
love
Arms
it.
that we find out later through Edda is that Bronn was not just like sacrificing himself for the herd. He got stuck specifically because he had to save Wild Arms, and Wild Arms does not disclose that fact ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Probably feeling real bad about it.
Yeah. So Grandma and Grandpa tell Littlefoot not to run toward a volcano until it's done erupting. And Littlefoot's like, absolutely not. And no one sees this coming somehow.
Yeah, and he even, we had this whole fucking movie about the wisdoms, and one of the wisdoms is stay in a group. And he's like, I have to go it alone, definitely by myself. Which I thought was really annoying because I was like, for us it was like yesterday or whatever, but like, I don't know. I felt like, why is he disobeying the wisdoms immediately?
They make a lot of mistakes that they should not be making anymore at this point. But
again, Jake, we had a theory that there's early on a meteor lands that crashes into the Great Valley. And because it is the same movie literally every time and they never learn a lesson and there's no continuity between them, we think it's a ball of pure lead and there's just lead poisoning abound inside the Great Valley here.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see it.
I think that's
because
right.
They never learn anything. Whole characters are forgotten and left behind.
Spike is just getting hit the hardest, man. Yeah. My buddy Spike.
He talked once.
Only once.
He talked twice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And he scattered a bunch, but not in this movie.
That was great.
Yeah, so thankfully, as usual, Sarah, Ducky, Peter, and Spike catch up with Littlefoot after letting him leave, but they don't even invite Chomper and Ruby, who I don't even know, but I still think she should have been invited just for the principle of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll give you listeners here, I'll give you like a couple guesses as to what the first thing they have to do, the first obstacle they face in this journey. What do you think it could possibly be? Anyone thinking about maybe there's some sort of ravine or something?
Some sort of canyon?
Maybe like
with a tree.
Maybe like a tree's kind of the nearby. And they make a big deal like, how are we going to get across the earth crack or whatever the fuck they call it? That was like a wasted 5 minutes. Like, okay, they're gonna get across. At least there wasn't like a whole oh god, the tree's gonna fall and we're gonna die.
Yeah, Spike didn't even eat any leaves off the tree. I did think it was kind of stupid that Petrie walked across on the tree. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And this is the tree. I did think this was funny because they get there and they're like, did Wild Arms, he didn't say anything about like how to get across the earth crack or whatever. And then they devise this whole plan to get across. And then later when we see the parents cross, they just walk over it like it's nothing. That's why I was like, oh my God, the parents are gigantic compared to the kids that are like
ostensibly be far more dangerous for them.
They step over it like, oh, it's I'm on the sidewalk and this is just a little crack. Don't break your mother's back. Yeah.
I was just excited that Sarah was able to use her skills that she's been practicing because she was trying to break that rock, and it warmed my heart.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know how they were going to do it.
And then did you feel that same warmth when they did it again at the end of the movie? One more time, show us your thing.
I think that these movies, it's the 14th movie, and it's at least the 14th murder.
yes
that these kids have perpetrated.
Very least,
so many murders.
Oh God,
it gets rough. Why are they I don't know. Those two dinosaurs that they encountered in the canyon, they're just trying to live.
Yeah, they're just hungry.
That's not even the most brutal death that they've perpetrated on another dinosaur.
Oh no,
not even close.
And it's even worse because like they're friends with Chomper, and like Chomper's parents like did not eat them and has helped them out at some point, so they know that sharp teeth can be nice.
I gotta say though, I was excited when there was a new way to try to kill them in this one.
Yeah, they didn't just dump rocks on them.
Starvation
them.
Oh, yeah, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna use a tripwire. That's amazing. I've never seen anything like this in these movies.
But don't worry, they go back to the rocks.
Yeah. The rocks are still a thing. Still a thing.
Yeah.
We skipped the entire stinkweed saga.
Oh yeah. You mean this one?
It is hot and stinky, stinky and hot. Hot and stinky. Hot and stinky, stinky and hot. Hot and stinky. Hot and stinky, stinky and hot. Hot and stinky. Hey, stop that! Hot and stinky. Ew. Hot and stinky. Stinky and hot. Now we all stinky and hot.
That's it.
Get it?
There's no other word. There's no other words in the song. Yeah.
That's just just incredible song structure. If you ask
It
me.
is. You say it one way, then you say it backwards, and then you say it again with a pause.
Yeah.
Like a pause in the middle of the phrase.
Hot
And stinky.
and stinky. This is the one song that should have, should have
won a Grammy.
Should have given me a clue that it was still the same songwriters, because I feel like I've like joked about them like just turning the word around before, or turning a phrase around in the past and being like, that's not creative, but they're hot and stinky, and they're stinky and hot. Also, I don't know if you guys listen to the song that closely, but there's a bunch of fart noises like built into the music. It's like hot and stinky.
Did it take us 13 episodes to get to a fart joke? And now we're just putting it into
That was a whole song about it.
A whole song. And then there's a whole song. It's their plan to get through it because like the sharp, like we're now establishing that sharp teeth, like they have amazing senses of smell, which sure. And then they immediately just forget that was their plan because they're dumb children,
idiots. Water, oh God, wee.
Which is not a thing that I don't think has happened before, really.
Yeah, that's what kind of pissed me off about this movie is that we're making mistakes in the journey that we haven't made since the first movie.
Yeah.
Like the who's gonna lead Littlefoot and Sarah. Like we have not had that fight in ages.
Yes.
And like, coming up with a disguise plan and then immediately, throwing it out. Like their plans almost always work unless Spike has to eat something. But like this plan, like they just totally abandoned it and didn't even realize. Like I thought that Littlefoot didn't want them to go in the water because he knew what was going to happen. But he just didn't want them to go in the water. And then once they're in the water, he's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
It was very disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't it Spike who went in the water first? Or no? Someone else.
Who cares?
Well, you just said Spike always ruins it, and so I'm saying
Right, but it
he
wasn't
ruined
because
it
he was
again.
eating a leaf.
That's
so
true, that's true.
I'll at least let them have that.
In any of the other ones, does Spike sing at all? Because I feel
Yeah.
like it should have been like a Spike number. It's his food. He's eating it. It's stinky. It's hot.
I agree.
Well,
No,
he can't sing words, but every so often he gets a scat break.
just like
Yeah.
no.
You got-
Like, it's- yeah.
Pretty much like that.
Aw.
Which I can't remember what song that was. Otherwise, I would pull up. I'd pull up the thing quick. But
I think was it at the beginning of the Mo movie? I don't remember.
I can't remember. I don't know.
It was around that time.
Too many
Anyway,
movies. Too many
Yeah.
movies.
He
And
scotched.
Spike is older than the rest of the kids, right? Like that.
No. He's the youngest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was sort of the old,
No. He's the youngest
the
and the
old kid
fattest.
that hangs with the younger kids. That it's like, oh, Spike, stop eating that stinky. Dye.
Yeah, he was held back a grade.
Like held back. You know, it's kinda,
No, because they're all already born, separated from their parents, and traveling by the time they see Spike hatch.
Oh, I remember. Okay, I remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let's see if it's this one.
Everybody has good inside.
It is.
Good inside.
I think there's another one other than
Yeah,
that.
there's another one where they go like, "Take it away, Spike," and then he scats for like an entire verse.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's an example.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So there you go. That's pretty much all he does.
Yeah, move out of the way, Reba. Got Rock Hall in town.
I totally get it.
So we have a whole argument about splitting up, which, like I said, made me very angry because this hasn't happened since they were literal babies. Yeah, Littlefoot goes off by himself, and they all go with Sarah.
They sing a song. They sing another song.
They do.
Even though there were, a few movies ago, there was a song called "No One Has to Be Alone," and then this song is like called "Be Alone" or something like that, right?
Who needs friends? Which literally,
Oh, yeah.
friends are the number one thing you need in this series of movies.
They even have him for dinner.
They do.
I thought this song was actually not bad as far as like I like the staging with the cuts, the split screen and everything. I thought it was pretty good, like duet song for them. I
It's
don't know.
no somewhere out there.
Well, yeah, of course. It's also a totally different thing. But,
No, I know, but like that is the gold standard of a split screen
right.
song.
But
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm comparing it to the songs in these movies. I thought it was a pretty good one. I don't know. Decent.
Fair enough.
I don't have a clip from that one because I was just like, meh.
Okay, so then everybody gets lost and they all get attacked by a sand cloud that is so CG. I definitely thought the mummy was gonna come out of it.
Imhotep.
There's a face in the sand cloud. Yeah, and Littlefoot goes and hides in the Reba cave.
The Reba.
Yeah. Which he's like confused about caves and like he's been caught in like 3 or 4 of them at this point.
What's a
Many caves.
cave?
Yeah. This was the first one that had like psychedelic mushrooms, though.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
We have
yes.
had these like glowing crystals before, but never these like neon mushrooms.
Spike ate one too, and I
He
was
did.
like, I was
He
like, oh
tripping
shit.
balls for the entire end of the movie.
Yeah.
Spike is just eating stinky weed and magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And ba, 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 ba.
I do wonder. I do wonder if that was an inside joke.
Uncle Spike is here.
There was a part. I was gonna say. Speaking of, while we're on the topic of Spike, and it's another thing that we can talk about that got totally repeated. But there's a point where they get up on this ridge, and Littlefoot is like, "Oh my god, look! It's the moving water! Whoa!" And then everyone slowly is like, "Oh, I want to come up and see the view. Let me see." And I swear to God that Spike got up there and went, "Damn," is what it sounded like he said.
Yeah.
And I pulled
heard that.
I pulled the sound.
Okay, let's hear it.
I mean, it sounds maybe like he's like, duh, but it sounded in the movie like he was going, damn.
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 For a second, I had to go back when Sarah was singing her song when she said, I moved the rock. It sounded like she said she blew the rock. And I thought that would be very funny. And
It's a child.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No.
Well, actually, at this point, she is voiced by a full adult woman.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so Petrie also gets carried away by the sand cloud, which of course causes a subplot that I, of course, called Petripio, because he becomes the god of a small society.
I thought this was pretty funny, actually. It was a funny little side plot for him.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, especially because it got topped off by Sarah when they eventually found him. It was like, who gives a shit what Petrie thinks? And everyone's like, oh, well, we all kind of do, actually.
They're like, Petrie.
You're the only one.
Petrie.
Yeah.
Petrie. Yeah.
I did like when they then immediately switched to some nameless dinosaur. And
Yeah.
like, leader.
And the dinosaur's face is like, what the fuck is happening? Get away from me. I just wanted these berries in the berry valley.
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, that thing that got repeated is, again, just last movie we saw that crazy rock surfing thing. It happened, the exact same thing happened in this movie too. I'm just like, why do they have to keep repeating these same exact things? Other things can happen. Please.
Can they?
I mean,
I feel like that at the end of 14 movies, with not another movie on the horizon, we have proven that other things actually cannot happen in this. It is a WandaVision nightmare.
You do get a sense of you do get a sense of the people just being like, what did dinosaurs do back in the day? I don't know. They probably fell down, or I don't know, fell into.
I mean, it's probably a decent time to talk about the fact that Grosvenor and John Loy were canned during the 7-year break, or however long it was.
7-year war.
Yeah, and we get a whole new staff of people, and like
Davis Doy.
a decent amount of money that there is no way that both writers and the director watched all the previous 13 films.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, there's probably like an internal document that's like watch number 10, watch the first one.
No,
like, here's
they let a
Chomper.
PA like type up coverage on them, and then they half read it. That is what happened.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Or
And I bet like that they probably didn't even know. Like, I bet you the voice actors of Petrie, Sarah, Ducky, and Spike were like, I'm not gonna say that. Ducky doesn't speak with contractions, or you're like, I bet you they had more, because they know the characters better than anybody. They kept them.
Yeah, I'm sure that happens in the recording booth for sure. I bet all the time.
So the people that we have, the director, where did I write it down?
Davis Doy.
Davis Doy. Yeah, he is known for directing a whole bunch of like kids movies, essentially. So he's fine. The writers, though, I was shocked to discover that these were the writers of Beethoven's Fifth.
I'm not shocked to find that out now that you said it aloud.
Which was the weird one that was a treasure hunt with Davy Chase that took place completely on the Universal Orlando background.
Oh, right. That one was terrible.
Yeah. But at least it wasn't 3 and 4, I have to say, because if they had made those, I'd be done.
That was the one we were like, it's Beethoven's Fifth. It's got to be good. It's an instant classic. It was the worst.
Treasure hunt.
It was the worst one.
Not to be confused with Beethoven's Treasure Tale, which I think was the 8th film.
Yes.
This is the Beethoven's Ghost Mine one or whatever.
Yeah, the mine one. They also have written a bunch of Arthur, so I guess maybe they're out of work now.
Oh.
And then they wrote the original Balto. This is Cliff Ruby and Alana Lesser, who are the writers, and they're a married couple. And they've written most of the Barbie movies and also Dragon Tales.
There was a trailer for a Barbie movie before this movie.
Oh, really?
And a couple of Thomas the Tank Engine films.
Oh, Thomas.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, they did an okay job coming into the series, I guess.
They did, but I just don't think they did their homework.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, I think because I don't know. I'm only, again, number 1 in the last one. But I heard a yes, yes, yes from Ducky.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a yup, yup, yup. Are they doing that now?
Yeah, she can do yes, 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 or no, no, no. It
Yeah.
can, as long as it's repeated 3 times and she doesn't use any contractions. Those are the main rules for Ducky.
Mhm.
Got
Mhm.
it. Got it.
And then Petrie has sort of a pseudo Jar Jar Binks situation going
Yeah.
on. Me flying, and Petrie no like me. Cave or something.
Petrie,
I don't
no
know. Yeah.
fly high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Petrie can be a little bit annoying.
In this movie, he actually even called it skying instead of flying once, and I was like, "What?"
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They've been called flyers this entire time.
In fact, it's in the title of one of the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is strange.
Okay, so let's talk about Reba.
Reba.
That's what we're here for.
Reba.
I'm here for.
She's playing the character of Etta, who's a pteranodon.
Who's stuck in a cave.
Yep, she's stuck in a cave with Fiddlefoot.
I did like the fact that they actually like bothered to draw on this like burn mark
Mhm.
that she got in the volcanic explosion, and like we see the scar before we know what happened, and I was like, wow, they actually like continued.
Technology allowed for it. What happened there?
It was cool because I was kind of wondering about that the whole time. Like, what is that mark on her? And then they totally explain it, which is great.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think came first? This gag that Etta has like a sister who's dumb or dead or possibly disabled?
Maybe all three.
Or the line in the song where she says, listen to my sister, mister.
Mm.
And that moment in the song is really weird too, because I got a sense that like that moment was like, is her sister real, or is it like she one of those characters who talks to her reflection, like
Finding Nemo,
like the fish in Finding Nemo? Yeah, that's kind of because she does it like, listen to my sister, as she's like looking at herself reflected back in one of those diamonds
crystal.
or crystals or whatever. Yeah. So I started to think like that maybe she didn't exist, because then afterwards she's like, yeah, I mean, that's what my sister said. And she started to get a little screwy.
Wait, maybe Reba McEntire didn't exist?
No, that Reba's sister didn't exist. I don't know.
Yeah, but from a writing standpoint, do you think that line in the song was written first, or this gag about the sister?
I bet it was.
Here's my theory. Equal and parallel dumb conclusions that did not have any relation to each other. The screenplay made a lazy joke, and then the songwriter wrote a lazy lyric, and then they were just like, hey, look at that. Providence.
Tyler still thinks that all the songs were written in 1995 and they're just mining the songs
Yes.
and
Oh yeah,
putting
they
them
wrote,
together,
like 30 songs,
putting
and
them
then-
together in random sequences.
They sold a song packet in 1995. I still firmly believe this.
Well, wait, what's the lyric again with the sister? Like,
She just says, listen to my sister, mister. Like,
Look for the light.
yeah.
Look for the light.
I mean, it sort of had a soulful vibe, so I think that they might have written it in the song, and they're like, you can't say that like that if you're just, like, my sister. And then they're like, let's write the joke after, keep it, stay safe. I think that's that.
That's even more insidious than it was equally dumb of somebody like, no, I know how to fix it.
I think, I don't know.
Let's write a bad
Like
joke.
it was originally written for like a black actress or singer, and then they're like, "Oh, we got Reba," and they're like, "Oh, well, we can better take that line out," and they're like, "No, it's okay. Well, we're right, yeah."
I mean, it would be really funny if the songwriters were just like, they turn in the song and then the screenwriters and everything are like, wait, she said something about her sister? Like, oh shit, we didn't say anything about her having a sister. Now we got to write all this shit in her little monologues.
Now we got to we had such a good song. Now we have to write this mediocre one.
I bet I would think the screenplay came first, but I don't know.
Okay. We'll never know.
Until we get
Reba had this in her
McBroom.
drawer. She came with it.
No, because she didn't write it. It's a Browman McBroom original.
Yeah, we got to get them on here.
Yeah,
we need some
no way
answers.
they would talk to us after all that we just said.
Yeah, after all the nice things we've said.
Yeah, you never know. They might. But yeah, the Reba song is pretty good, I thought.
It is. Just because she can sing and she's not a small child.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
this is what they should have been doing the entire time. if you're gonna have songs, get someone who can sing at least one of them. And so I was, I thought this was a pretty good one. So it made sense that they're like putting it in all the menus and it's the main thing in the, in the trailer and everything. Reba doing it up. Look for the light. I also really liked this cave design with all the crystals. It looks so cool. And
It was fun.
when they go on that little water ride at the end.
Definitely the best cave they've found so far.
Yeah.
So
10 out of 10 cave. Would visit again.
So is that Reba's home, the cave, or is it she just got injured and she's
Yeah.
like,
I think she just got injured.
Oh, yeah. I think she's just hiding from the same sandstorm.
Because I think she was in the herd.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when they're all like going away.
They seem to know her. Yeah.
Yeah. Found a magical cave.
Magic cave. Yeah. They continue to look for, they got to
The
look
light?
for the light. And and everyone on the outside is looking for, they first have to look for Petrie, which I thought was funny because they're all like, Petrie. And then Spike's just like, "Burr." Which I thought was a nice joke. And then,
Hermit.
yeah. And then there's another sharp tooth, a different sharp tooth.
A horn sharp. There was a feathered sharp tooth. Now there's a horn sharp tooth.
It's like a Carnotaurus or something, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of
that sounds like a
the
delicious food.
yes, the
Carnotaurus
Land Before
steak.
Time wiki and the fan, reactions seemed to be very happy with the fact that the sharp teeth were more scientifically accurate, I guess. And there's a whole bunch of comments about how this is actually the most scientifically accurate.
Well, I did think it was kind of cool that I don't know, some of the dinosaurs we've seen have been totally made up, but they've been like slowly starting to bring in these like feathered dinosaurs throughout the last few films. And then this one, those two sharp teeth that we see in their, what looks like a castle that they have, actually looked pretty cool. Yeah.
And Wild Arms also had feathers too, right?
That's right.
Yep.
He's apparently based on a real
Ruby,
dinosaur too.
Are those feathers or are they kind of like turkey like things? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
I don't know what Ruby. I don't know what dinosaur Ruby's supposed to be. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so they surf down the cave, and
Mhm.
we already talked about Spike getting high, and they go down a waterfall.
it looked pretty fun, honestly. I was like, I want to go whitewater rafting now.
Yeah, they started out, and it was like sort of a lazy river situation, and then they kind of got faster.
They're like, oh no, falling water. But it's all fine. They take it right into a lava pool and die. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so this is where the science gets pretty murky, but they come upon Littlefoot's father, and kind of like a scary moment where Reba McEntire is like, dude, if you climb to the top of that thing, you might not like what you see.
Yeah.
Because it might be a dead body. Like,
Yeah.
but he does it anyway. I mean, it's not like he hasn't found the dead body of his parent before, so he tries anyway. Dad's alive, but his leg has just been crushed for like at least a week, right?
Yeah, his little footsie's hurt.
His little foot. His little foot.
It doesn't seem like his foot was hurt though, just that it was like stuck.
It was
Yeah.
pinned, yeah. Because he does a miraculous jump at the end where I'm like, yeah,
I
no.
know, right?
If his foot was broken, that's not happening.
What was the old dinosaur and the other one whose foot was fucked up? But then, like, they made it seem like he was gonna die. But then, like, he also did a thing where
Yeah,
he-
like Pat or Mac or
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was something like that.
anyway, but I don't know what he ate for.
Well, and the heat, because there was just lava surrounding him within like 5 feet of his body for a week.
Right.
Well, I gotta say, the Fire Mountain seemed like it was about a day's journey away. There was
Yeah.
never night. It never turned to nighttime, right? That entire time
not
of the
really.
journey.
I guess.
No, they slept once. That was why Littlefoot was mad.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so he could have survived, I guess, if it was
Sure,
2
sure.
2
Okay,
days.
fair.
I don't know.
Fair.
But that dinosaur is strong enough to move that rock because he was
I know.
lifting all the other dinosaurs over the,
That's true. He
Ah.
probably could have
It
done
was silly. But we don't really need to see Littlefoot lose another parent on screen. But it was just kind of strange how he was stuck there. I think it would have been better if it was just like an insurmountable jump and he was just like standing there for a long, like
Insurmountable.
I just want to see him get melted.
But I'm not a scientist, but
What?
if you have water that is next to a volcano, probably at boiling temperature for quite some time, and then you release that water into lava, I don't think it solidifies so quickly that you can then run across it with your bare dinosaur feet.
It's Minecraft mentality. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I play Minecraft. I do that all the time, Eliz. And
Okay. Then I'm wrong.
It totally works.
He's not wrong.
But yeah, it was pretty. It worked really fast too. I mean, once the water started pouring down, it was instant.
Yeah.
Just solved it.
Now it's land. Time to go.
Time to go.
Oh no! Actually, time to use complex machinery to free your dad, and in doing so, prove that the Ancient Aliens TV show is bullshit. Because clearly, dinosaurs could move heavy rocks too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, would they be able to figure out how to do that? I don't know. I don't think they were like, she planned ahead, like, here, you need this tree to use it to lever up the rock. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they really just cut to them doing that without too much explanation. Into
no
it.
planning. They like, this is something they always do.
Oh, Reba, her sister used to get in the same stuff.
I know. Silly Reba.
So yeah, then it just ends like really abruptly.
They learned that they were always going to be friends in the land before time.
Also, the Grandpa, Daddy Tops, Chomper, Ruby team catch up.
Yeah, that was pretty pointless. I felt bad for them because the only thing that they said, though, they were walking out there and they're talking to Chopper and they said, what, like, we already have one sharp tooth that we're going to try and see. We don't need another one. Like, I just feel, was it three? What's Sarah's dad's name again? Mr. Three
Daddy Tops.
Mr. Three-Horn or Daddy Tops.
He's mean.
Oh, you have no idea.
Just, yeah.
And then at the end of it was just like, how did you guys do this? This is ridiculous. He's just kind of the mean dad.
This was actually the nicest he's been almost ever.
Yeah.
He's actively
he tried
racist
to do a
and
genocide. He's tried to drive people out of the Great Valley just based on their appearance.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Yeah.
He's pretty bad.
I believe at one point, I don't know if we actually posted it, but Eliz put a "Make the Great Valley Great Again" hat on him.
I did post that. Yeah.
So racist. That's why nobody wanted to play him.
That's right.
I've seen his past movies. Maybe not.
Bring in McBroom's husband.
Yeah.
Bring in McBroom. Get me McBroom.
Yeah, George Ball, he'll do anything. He'll voice anything. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They all live happily ever after, and that's the end of the series so far.
It did have an ending where it was just like, yeah, everybody like, and they all lived happily ever after in the Great Valley.
They did the Land Before Time thing again.
In the intro and in the conclusion.
Yeah, it was weird.
I just don't know like why you recast Grandpa and Daddy Tops when you didn't really need to, because it easily could have been Grandma or Trio, and who is not in this movie at all, or the Ducky and Petrie moms, but instead they're like, okay, let's recast them and make them the only people to go on the journey. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
They needed the work. Some people helped him out.
Yeah.
Got him in there.
They're just like, yeah, I need my SAG health insurance. And like, I got you.
I got you.
I got you, bro.
I got you, dog.
yeah, and then they get rid of Tress McNeil, who has been both Ducky and Petrie's moms for all of the movies, and they just have Andy McAfee and Area Noel Curzon, the voices of Ducky and Sarah, just do mom voices for them because these are adult women now. They started doing this when they were like teens.
Yeah.
Maybe they got the budget cut, so they're
I
like,
guess.
take over these other voices. They're only saying 2 lines, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so do we want to rank this movie?
Yeah, we have a rating
Sure.
system for this one.
Yeah. How many magic cave mushrooms would you give? Unless you want some hot and stinky plants, I think we're gonna go with magic cave
Hot and
mushrooms.
stinky plant.
Would you give The Journey of the Brave? Land Before Time 14.
I guess I'm gonna give it 2 cave mushrooms. I want to go down to 1, but I'll let it have the extra point just for like Reba. Yeah, but it was like the fact that they waited so long and then did this one was a really big disappointment and did not live up to anything really. The fans didn't love it either. I mean, apparently the fandom was furious after Wisdom of Friends, just like we were. And so then this one, they were kind of like, okay, Reba's fine, but like the rest is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go nuts and give this a 5. Okay. You
Wow.
Because I think, for me, the last one was so bad, and then I was prepared for this to just be like garbage movie as well. And I think the fact that I liked that. I was surprised that they brought back Braun, and then I thought that compared to some of the, a lot of the other movies, I felt like a lot more happy. Like I felt like it actually felt like a journey in this movie, that a lot more things happened along the way. Kind of like Journey to Big Water, where it was like, some of the movies I feel like, oh, you could list out 5 things that happened, then that's it. This one, I was like, I felt like it felt like a journey, and also the reason for the journey was actually like a good motivation, good motivator for them to go out, not just like, oh, I got to help these dumb idiots get back to their dumb place. Like the Wisdom of Friends. I felt like, if they're going to go back into the Mysterious Beyond again, this was a good reason to do so. And then the fact that the songs were actually not as terrible as they have been in the past, I was like, okay, this is kind of fine. And for me, I was like, if we're going to, in the end rankings, I don't know how everyone's listing stuff, but if you're going to be like, you should watch the original and then 10, and then I feel like this is a decent follow-up to 10. And 10, yeah. I only gave a 5 as well, even though maybe now I feel like 10 should have gotten like higher than a 5. So yeah. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think this one's not so bad. I don't know. I'd say if you're really into the series, not a bad watch.
I don't necessarily disagree. I'm going to split the difference between y'all and go with the 3 magic mushrooms for this. I am very jaded on this series now. I feel like that there is not much joy that I can find in it. But I was, like I said, the fact there was a recap and we didn't just completely etch a sketch everything that happened, that it at least chose some storylines to bring back that wasn't Daddy Top's Love's Life. Yeah. I guess that's something.
Exactly.
3 magic mushrooms.
By the way, Jake, this is out of 10. So even though we were shocked that Justin did 5, like it's because we're shocked.
That's a good watch out there.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Because I'd give it a yup. I'd go 3. You got Reba, because that's a hard sell.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if she read the script, but like you got her on there. It was great. The songs were solid. The gang was back together. It felt good, like if you're just like have watched 1 and then you jump to now, because it was like, oh, sweet, they're doing the same stuff. But since they are doing the same stuff and the plot just kind of meanders in certain parts, and you just want to slap Littlefoot in the face due to his decision making and all of these things, it's it brings it down to the 3. But really, Reba's holding on to that, to those 3 mushrooms right there for her song and her sister's song. I might have given it a 4 if I caught Spike saying "damn."
Yeah. Damn.
Damn. So great.
But yeah, 3.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to give you the option, Jake, of sweet release, and you could be dismissed if you don't want to listen to us rank all 14 films as well as talk about our favorite songs. What is your decision?
Do you know what? I just want to hear this when it's out.
Yeah. Oh, what a diplomatic answer.
But here's the thing, though. I really do want to hear what y'all think about it, because I got to jump and dive into the rest of the movies, because after seeing this one and hearing about all
Don't.
so much aliens, Mr. Treehorn being racist,
Yeah.
all the good stuff,
Yeah, it's
And
real.
if anything, for Rob Paulson and his Spike, I just got to go back and
Mm-hmm.
True. You got to find the one where he scats for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching this and being here with us. Where can people find your work and follow you online?
Yeah, Jake Knox Music on everything. You can Google it. But yeah, I had so much fun doing this. Like, this is so great. It's just great,
It was great to have you
That's
on,
what,
man.
That's what podcasts are all about, right? Someone just being like, "Oh, this is so nice."
Yeah.
I give y'all a 10 out of 10.
That-
Oh, thank you.
No, thanks so much for having me. I mean, seriously, today was the day.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was
Hey,
perfect.
hey.
That was perfect.
Stinky weed, stinky weed, stinky weed. Well, y'all have a good rest of the time. I'm excited to listen to this. So
Okay,
thanks
sounds
again.
good.
We'll make it good.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
All right,
See you,
see
Jake.
y'all later.
Thanks for being on.
All right.
All right.
Well, now that Jake is gone and we know he's going to listen to this, we're going to spend the rest of the episode ranking the songs on "Breaking Up with Dreams" by Jake Knox.
No, I genuinely like his album. Go listen to it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
quite
messing.
good.
It's good. It's
Okay,
really
so
fun.
do we want to start with song rankings or movie rankings?
The movie rankings are so I had a hard time. I feel like the first few of mine make sense, and the rest I'm just like, I don't know.
I already told you, Liz, that I was like, I wrote down 6, and the rest of them are just like,
Yeah.
I refuse to
started
do
fleshing
that.
it out.
I have a comprehensive ranking.
I
of
have
all.
I have all 14 ranked as well. But,
Okay. Well, first, let me tell you what I've ranked as my favorite 10 songs, because I wrote down, I'll show you a list of all the songs and then just went through and figured out which ones I could actually remember
Oh,
how they
man.
sounded or
Oh,
went.
man.
So I'll read them to you, and I did not spoil myself with the list of greatest hits. So you could tell me afterwards how many I overlap with. Okay.
Okay.
So the best song, number 1, is "If We Hold On Together" from the original movie. Diana Ross, great theme. James Horner, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My second favorite song was "Peaceful Valley," "Run Around, Run Around."
Hmm.
My third favorite song is "Friends for Dinner."
Yep.
My fourth favorite song is "We're a Family and You're One of Us Now," which is also from 2.
Uh-huh.
Then my fifth favorite song is "Beyond the Mysterious Beyond," because I like the fact that they were taking one of the fake concepts from the movie and talking about it in song.
Yep.
Sixth, I put Big Water.
That's the one
because
that's been stuck
was-
in my head the most.
Yeah, that got a reprise and everything. 7, I put "Always There," just for the reason that Littlefoot acknowledges the death of his mother in
Mhm.
song.
Mhm.
Yep.
8, I put "Creepy Crawly Stupid Stompers,"
Yep.
mostly because it reminds me of the Creepy Crawlies
Yes.
or
Yep,
Creepy
yep.
Crawlers commercial.
Does that
But
include
also
the Michael
because
Clark
it's-
Duncan version?
Yeah, include they listed as 2 separate songs. I'm just putting them together. And then my 9th was "Say So" because of the clever three-pronged wordplay. And then 10, I'll put this "Look for the Light" thing from Reba. I
Wow,
know
all
that
right.
you're gonna take umbrage with the fact that I didn't include "Eggs," but I never liked that song as much as you guys did, and so I did not include
It's
it.
not a good
Eggs.
song,
No,
but it certainly is a memorable one.
I don't have it on my list, honestly. It's not-
Okay, so
it's-
what's your list?
I only did 5. Okay, I
Okay,
was
okay.
crunched for time. Okay, number 1, obviously, if we hold on together, Diana Ross.
Right.
Actually on the best of, there's a version sung by Andy McAfee and Aria Noel
that sounds
Curzon,
cute.
which I kept thinking it was going to show up in the movies, but it never did.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
Number 2, I don't know, man. I put "Look for the Light" by Reba McEntire, number 2.
I was worried it would be recency bias if I.
I just was like, I mean, this is what they should have been doing. I was like, you got a real singer, and the song, I feel bad saying this too, but I was like watching still in the credits, like I'm convinced that those 2 writers did not write this song.
Right.
Reba's people had something to do with it, sounding as good as it did, I'm sure. And I think she, the performance is just really good by her on there. And I just was like, it's kind of like a cheat, I guess, because you've got a real singer, and she's actually performing it in the show, in the movie, and not just in the end credits, like my number 3 song, "No One Has to Be Alone" by Donny Osmond.
Oh yeah.
I really like that one. Okay.
But I couldn't remember how it goes, so I automatically eliminated anything I could not sing in my head.
True. Fair enough. And then I have number 4. I have "Beyond the Mysterious Beyond," because that is the one. That's the one that always gets in my head, like "Beyond the Mysterious Beyond."
Yeah, I like that one.
I think about that one a lot. And then, of course, number 5, "The Legend of the Lone Dinosaur." I mean, come
yes. Okay.
Because I thought that was a fun one.
My list is there's no surprise. Well, Eggs makes it onto my list, but Eggs is number 5 on my list.
Nice.
I have the Diana Ross song. I had the Donny Osmond song. I had the Lone Dinosaur, and then I had Big Water.
You didn't have "Friends for Dinner"? You love that
and
song.
Friends for Dinner.
There we go. Friends for Dinner.
Okay, so now read us the greatest hits so that we can be enraged.
Okay, here's what's on the best songs from the Land Before Time. This was released in conjunction with the Journey of the Brave. It's the same year, 2016.
Journey of the
Brave.
So, number 1, "If We Hold On Together" by the characters in the film, which we have never heard. Number 2, "Legend of the Lone Dinosaur." Number 3, "Today's the Day." Number 4, "When You're on Your Own," which I don't remember what movie that's from. Number 5.
That is from. I have them all written here in order, and
something where Thomas Dekker was still doing.
Okay. Oh, it's from Lone Dinosaur at the end.
Oh, okay. "Family" is the number 5 song. "Family" with Tress MacNeille and some of the other people.
Oh, that's when Spike almost left.
Yeah. And then we have Donny Osmond, "No One Has to Be Alone." Number 7 is "Imaginary Friend," which is the one about all their imaginary friends.
Mm-hmm.
One that didn't make my list is "Best of Friends" by Olivia Newton-John.
Right. That was from the Long Neck Migration.
Yep. And then they have "Only Stupid Stompers" by Michael Clark Duncan. Not "Creepy Crawlers," but "Stupid Stompers" by itself.
What?
Yep. It's a
so
minute.
This was really a star fucker of an album.
Yeah, they got to be like, well, I get all the
quality.
guest stars. And then number 10 is "Look for the Light," Reba. And then Diana Ross finishes it out with "If We Hold On Together," which has 8.5 million plays. Here, I'll tell you which one. Okay, that one has 8.5 million plays, and then the next highest played one is the "Best of Friends" by Olivia Newton-John, 406,000.
All righty.
So there you go.
Interesting. So yeah, the songs have been really hit or miss, but I just want to apologize to the name of that all-girl group that wrote the songs for 2, because I criticized them so hard when we were reviewing 2.
Yeah.
And then those dang songs were stuck in my head for the last 11 or 12
They
weeks.
were they were some of the best songs.
Yeah, you had them on your list, yeah.
I was like, these songs suck. They're garbage. They're talking way too fast. Why they put all these syllables in? And now looking back, I'm like, those songs were masterpieces.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we ready to do this? The big old rankings? I mean, I don't think they're going to make much sense, but we can list them out.
They're not going to make any sense.
People are going to be like, I don't remember which movie that is, which is the same thing I said when I was making this list.
I had to that's why I didn't make a full list because I had to reread all the plots for all of them.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I wrote down the titles and the number if you want me to go first.
Sure.
Go for it.
But, okay. Do you want me to start at the top or the bottom?
Let's stop with let's start at the top because we know what's at the top, and I think that going down to the bottom, I think that the one we hated the most is actually going to be the most interesting part of this.
All right. So, number 1, Land Before Time OG, Land Before Time 1 is my number 1.
Yes.
Number 2 actually is The Great Valley Adventure. Number 2, Introduction of Chomper.
Yep.
Number 3, for me, is Land Before Time 10, The Great Long Neck Migration. They went all out for the 10th. That's my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, another Chomper, Mysterious Island, Land Before Time 5, Friends for Dinner. Number 5, I'm sure this is higher up on yours, but Secret of Source Rock, The Lone Dinosaur, Land Before Time 6 is my number 5. My number 6, which is shocking to me, but I chose The Stone of Cold Fire, Land Before Time 7, Rainbow Face, Aliens, Uncle Toronto. Number 7 for me is The Big Freeze, Land Before Time 8, Spike's Identity Crisis. And I think overall, in the end, what I ended up going with was, even though we complained about how crazy some of these plots were getting in the beginning, I had to reward the big swings of the crazy plots and character moments because they get so boring when they're doing literally nothing. Okay, so I'm going to resume. My 8th favorite is The Journey to Big Water, Land Before Time 9. That's Moe's movie. Number 9, shocking to me also, is The Time of the Great Giving, Land Before Time 3, Abusive Dads. So I have these are my my I don't know my code words for this. Number 10 is Journey Through the Mist, Land Before Time 4. That one had a rat and shiny flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11, Invasion of Tiny Sauruses, Land Before Time 11. Sarah's dad goes for a genocide. Okay. Number 12, Great Day of the Flyers, Land Before Time 12. I don't know. This is where it gets kind of a wash. Number 13, Journey of the Brave, the thing we just watched, Land Before Time 14. And the worst movie, in my opinion, is Land Before Time 13, The Wisdom of Friends, Yellow-bellied dum-dums.
Yellow-bellied dum-dums, yes. That's not a bad list.
So, yeah. So then my order is 1, 2, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 11, 12, 14, 13.
Not bad.
I feel like I more or less agree with that, with Lone Dinosaur being 2 ahead of that. But your worst and your best are pretty much there. And I think I had Moe's appearance a little bit higher.
Yeah. I had, and I mean, I put Journey of the Brave number 3. Sorry. I just okay.
How could you do that to Chomper?
Okay. Chomper, whatever.
What's your 2?
I don't love The Great Long Neck Migration is number 2. Cause I feel like I like the, Chomper is fine, okay, but he's just another friend. I like that those 3 movies kind of continue the story of Littlefoot, who's ostensibly the main character, and I feel like it tells a good if this was a trilogy or something, it's a decent trilogy where it's you've got the amazing first movie, second movie you meet the dad, third movie you got to go back and rescue the dad or something. I feel I don't hate that logic. Yeah, so I don't know. That's why I was those are 3, and then number 4 I put Moe because I like Journey to Big Water. Because I thought Moe was just hilarious, and I was doing the voice all the time.
Do the voice.
I put number 4, The Land Before Time, Journey to Big Water. Yeah, sorry. I had a great time with that one. And then Secret of Source Rock, number 5, Mysterious Island, number 6, which I know doesn't make sense, but I had more fun with that one than the one that introduces Chomper. So number 7, Journey Through the Mists was number 7. Number 8 is The Great Valley Adventure for me. I don't really like that one. Number 9, Land Before Time 3, Time of Great Giving. Number 10, Land Before Time 7, Stone of Cold Fire. And then number 11, The Big Freeze. Number 12, Tiny Sauruses. Number 13, Flyer, Great Day of the Flyers. And number 14, The Wisdom of His Friends. Terrible movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was some big differences between mine and Hila's and yours.
We all hated the same one though. I find that
just dumb.
very
It's
interesting.
not just us. Like, I promise you, the fandom also hates The Wisdom of Friends.
And it makes sense. That's why they just stopped. They cut it off. They cut the movies off for 9 years. Yeah. Cut it off.
Yeah, I mean, of the list that I had the first one, and then I had 10. Then I had Lone Dinosaur. Then I had Stone of Cold Fire, Big Water, and Tiny Sources.
Nice.
Does it ever bother you to be so predictable?
Nope. Because those are the ones I could remember.
Oh my god. So wait, Eliz, do you have the our predictions thing?
Oh my God, I totally forgot. All right. So when will the Land Before Time series become a musical? I said the 4th movie. Tyler said the 3rd movie. Justin said the 2nd movie. And Rachel said the 3rd movie.
I win.
You won.
Yeah.
When will the dinosaurs hit puberty? I said 8. Tyler said 4. Justin said never. And Rachel said 5. Justin, again.
The
Ding,
answer
ding, ding.
is no.
Ooh, okay, here's a good one. When will we have a prequel or extended flashback? I said 9. Tyler said 7. Justin said never. And Rachel said 3. That's one for me. It was 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was totally
All right.
wrong on that. Shocked.
Will we ever see the next generation children of our favorite dinosaurs? Now, we got some parallel generations, but we never saw the next generation. I said 12. Tyler said 4. Rachel said 14. Justin said never.
Oh.
Yeah, another point for Justin. All right. When will there be a Christmas movie? And I think arguably we never got one.
Yeah.
Not even close. We got Ice, but it wasn't Christmassy. We got Great Givings, not Christmas. I said 10. Tyler said 9. Justin said 10. Or no, sorry. I said 6. Tyler said 9. Justin said 10. Rachel said 9. When
Damn.
will we introduce the concept of magic, which I would argue was in Land Before Time 7? We'll say the alien appearance was magic.
Sure.
So 7. I said 7 on the dot. Tyler said 6. Justin said never, and Rachel also said 7.
Wow, you guys crazy.
All right. Will we see the death of or permanent disappearance of one of our 5 dinosaurs? I said never. Tyler said 2. Justin
Immediately.
said 7, and Rachel said never. So point to me and Rachel.
Damn.
Yeah, I really thought Petrie was gonna bite it.
Number 2. Oh god.
Okay. When will we introduce mammals, which we surprisingly did all the way back in Land Before Time 4 with the fuzzy little guy. I don't even remember his name, but he was a little rat.
Ratatouille.
And we were all way off on this because I said 10, Tyler said 10, Justin said 8, and Rachel said 12.
Wow.
So, but that was the only mammal we ever got. I think
There was a rat in this movie, actually.
there was a rat, and we got a few frogs and
Mhm.
turtles, but yep.
Yeah, the frogs were weird. I forgot about that. That was weird.
Right. Will we ever see humans? We did not. And I said 14. Tyler said 5. And Justin and Rachel both correctly predicted we would never see them.
Never.
Spike speaks.
Oh, this is a good one.
So he spoke in 4, right? The Journey Through the Mists.
Yeah, when he
Yep.
says
He said Ducky.
Ducker. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I said never. Tyler said 4. Justin said 5. Wait. Sorry. I misread it. Dang it. Sorry, Tyler. Okay. I said never. Tyler said 3. Justin said
damn
5. Rachel said 3. So y'all split the difference.
Dang it.
It was 4.
So close.
When will we get our first poop or fart joke. Shockingly did not happen until the 13th film.
Mhm.
But I said 5, Tyler said 4, Justin said 3, and Rachel said 3. We had no hope for this series.
We were like immediately poop jokes.
Right.
Amazing.
And then we said, when will the group meet their opposites, or another group that is just like them but slightly different? They never.
Littlefoot kind of
Right.
did.
Littlefoot kind of did,
Yeah.
but that was a Spike maybe, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But if you want to say Littlefoot did, that was Land Before Time 4, Journey Through the Mists. I said 3, Tyler said 2, Justin said 6, and Rachel said 2.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, at least one of us pretty much got most of these, but we never ever hit puberty or had love interests of any kind, which I kind of appreciate.
We're still talking about these movies, right?
Also me personally. Yeah.
The collective we never got
Yeah,
experience.
we as in our 5 friends. So yeah, they have not yet matured. And we know, so obviously if they don't hit puberty, we haven't seen the next generation. I am surprised there was no Christmas. I wonder if there's a Christmas like episode in the TV show.
There could be.
And I do like that they stayed away from humans.
Grandpa's like, it's Santosaurus. Oh. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, that was fun.
We made it.
We did make it. I do kind of want to commit to watching the TV show because it's like there's like story stuff in it.
Yeah.
We should do a special episode. I think that we should.
We
Yeah.
could do it. We could do it. Okay. I think, one of the things we need to talk about here at the end is that this
Right.
is supposed to be the end of our weekly format of the show. We're not ending the show because we know you guys love it. We love having you here. We just have a lot of things going on in life right now. So we need to just take a little bit of a break. And we're going to focus on, catching new entries when they come out. For example, there's going to be one coming up here pretty soon. I think we're going to be talking about a new Mortal Kombat animated film.
I believe you meant to say Mortal Kombat.
The next entry in the Mortal Kombat Legends hyper-violent animated films. We'll be doing that, I think, in a couple weeks. And stuff like the Land Before Time TV series we can schedule. And then, throughout the year, instead of doing an episode every week, we will come back with a franchise and be on for, a few weeks at a time or so, however long the franchise is, and then we'll take another, maybe a month break or a few weeks or whatever. We'll take some breaks in between so that we can,
Watch other things.
deal with other life things and enjoy our families and everything. But we still want to do this for you because it's fun and we have fun. I know you guys like it. We like being here. But yeah, so that's what this whole Land Before Time journey was leading to. A little bit more free time.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love that?
Yeah, and I think, Mortal Kombat, but then there's a new Bring It On. That's
Yes.
a horror movie that's been announced.
Horror movie, Bring
there's
It
a new
On.
Chucky TV show.
Yeah. These are all things we'll be popping in to talk about when they come out. Chucky TV show, I
Definitely.
think, is pretty soon too. But yeah, I would say let's do the TV series next week. But it's like we gotta take a Land Before Time break. Okay, we just did it for 14 weeks.
Yeah.
That's like half of a lifetime.
We got to do it though, because we got to see the lone dinosaur return.
Oh yeah, we'll do a bonus once we're it'll be out there. It'll be a sweet treat for later in the year.
It'll be fun. But yeah, so I mean, this is now, we're now over 200 episodes, and just want to say thanks for everyone who has been sticking with us from the beginning and still listening. And we hope that you continue with us in this, a little bit change of format as we continue on in the future here. We hope you'll come back and see us when we pop back in. Keep, it'll be on the same feed. Nothing's changing there. The episodes aren't going away or anything. So if you want to tell your friends about us and check out the past episodes so they can catch up for when we pop in with Bring It On or Chucky, whatever's coming up, they can do that. It'll still be there. And yeah, the episodes will will appear on the same feed as always.
Yeah, and we'll try to signal out when they're on social media when they're coming, so you can kind of catch up. And the best way to dip into some of these series is to listen to our episodes. I mean, we kind of go through them, we watch them, so you don't have to.
Exactly. We condense, some of our Land Before Time episodes are as long as the movies themselves.
Most are not.
Yeah, not all of them. That was
Yeah.
that was fair.
So yeah, let us know. Even though we'll have a slightly more limited format, let us know what franchises you are hoping to see. Or send us any sequel news at sequelrights@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I swear I'm gonna get the back catalog up on YouTube one of these days at Sequel Rights.
And please rate and review us. It'll help other people find the podcast. Like I said at the top of the show, there is over 200 episodes out there. We have Tremors, we have Starship Troopers, we have lots of series that we had a lot of fun talking about that are some great episodes. The great thing about this show is that we're not very topical, so that the episodes are fairly evergreen.
That's right.
And if you like them, please go back and rate and review, share them with your friends. We'd really appreciate it.
That's right. And again, just thanks for being here with us through all of this. It's been great. And we will see you guys in a few weeks with Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms.
Look for the light, one little spark, a little bit of hope to lead you out of the dark. Somewhere deep inside of you, it's shining so bright. All you gotta do is look. You gotta look for the light. Look for the light. Open your eyes. You never know when you're gonna find a surprise. Some things may tickle you, others may bite. Listen to my sister, mister. Come on and look for the light. If there's a wall, sometimes you bump it. A big old rock, you have to jump it. Maybe you're tired, maybe you're scared, but the only thing you have to be is be prepared to look for the light in your